Hello, how are you doing? Welcome back to some more F1 Manager 2023 and another part of the Williams Road to Glory career mode. Today we are back with the Australian Grand Prix. We're going to have our first upgrades on the car, hopefully, and we will be looking to make a bit of a step forward, looking to try and get into the points. We had a positive result last time out. I just want to say thank you for all of the support yesterday. It was a massive day for the channel to have 2 F1 Manager videos go out after the success of last year. You know, I really want this to be a success, so do keep the likes coming. I really do appreciate everybody out there that is giving their support, getting involved down in the comments section, hitting that subscribe button, all of that good stuff. So please keep it coming. Let's try and keep the momentum going as long as possible. There'll be another 2 videos today on the channel. I will try and do that for the first 2 weeks, as I said in the first video. We'll just have to see how it goes. Let's get into the action. I'm looking forward to it. Let me know down in the comment section, where do you think we're going to finish today? Are we going to get points, or are we going to be back down to earth? Let's find out. Right. So, last time out, let's just remind ourselves of how things went in Jeddah. If you have a little look, we finished in 12th place with Alex Albon and 15th with Logan Sargent, and we had that late safety car, of course, which created a bit of drama at the end, and I thought we could potentially get past, but Alex Albon took so long to get past the McLaren of Lando Norris. I think if he'd done that very early on, I think we'd have finished in the points and maybe, you know, even a couple of World Championship points. But hey, it is what it is. You know, we can't change that now. Very happy to at least finish the race in a respectable position. So here's RX inspection. Everything has passed its stress test, if you like. Gearboxes are looking a little bit ropey already, 30% worn. And the engine's 20% worn, so we'll have to keep an eye on that as we move on. Frederick Vesti took the F2 feature race results there. Jack Doohan was fastest in practice. Theo Porcher took pole position. Then Jack Doohan won the sprint race, and Frederick Vesti won the feature race. Jack Doohan finishing 4th there. It looks like there was no F3 this time, I'm assuming. Yeah, I was looking for a way to quickly get between these. I'm glad we can do that. Okay, very good. And now Melbourne is the next one. Right, what else have we got here? So front wing manufactured, so we're back up to full stock of that, which is good. Don't think we've got anything else to look at until we get to our upgrade, so let's move forward. Ooh, what's happened here? We got a red exclamation mark here. Ooh, engineer and drive attention. This is something new. So hello, Captain. Again, they're knowing their superiors here. Luke Klein, their personal officer. Hello, Captain. I've noticed some tension between Alex Albon and their race engineer, James Irwin. I'm not sure exactly why they're not getting along, but I know this can have an impact on a driver's morale and on-track performance, so I thought you should know. You might want to speak with them both, but the outcome may rely on their communication skills more than anything else. Intervening may just make things worse if they're not strong communicators. There's every chance that they will work this out between themselves in time, but I'll leave the decision to speak to you. Let's just have a little gander at that. So if we go to drivers and go into Alex Albon, he has actually got good affinity between between himself and James Irwin. So I can't see why we would change this up, but yeah, let's have a little look. What can we do? If we acknowledge it, James and Alex Albon, they'll lose affinity. Alex Albon will lose morale, but he'll get more aggressive. I mean, we're losing their affinity anyway. Yeah, I think intervene. This decision cannot be undone. Let's go for it. We'll intervene. We'll just say, "Whoa, what's going on, guys?" It's Alex being a prima donna again. Right, anyway. What have we just designed there? Let's go back to here. Our scouting report's complete as well. We'll have a look at that in a second. So side pods design complete. We can manufacture some. 16 days. So we should get one on the car for Australia. If we rush that a little... if we rush that... what if we do... ooh, emergency's just too expensive, isn't it? You know what? I'm going to try and do everything on the cheap for Williams. So let's just go for normal. That's fine.
Any aerodynamic parts will undergo an inspection following every race weekend. If an aero parts condition is too low, it will fail the inspection and need replacing. How many races an aero part can last for is dictated by its durability, which is determined during the design phase.
So here we go. So all of the suspension's not looking great on both cars. Yeah, we seem to have a new one already for that. That's okay. Side pods. Yeah, nothing there. What about chassis? Have we got new chassis yet? No, not yet. Don't understand why we already have one of our Spec 2 suspensions. I don't know, but we'll give it to Alex Albon anyway. He's done pretty well so far. That's fine. Right, cool. Cool. Happy with that. Alright, back to the inbox. Let's have a look at our scout reports then. So Nico Hulkenberg is 79 rated. He's actually got 2 years on his contract. That's not actually true. Okay. Mick Schumacher on the other hand, he has 9 months left. I am kind of tempted to get Mick Schumacher for next season, to be honest with you. What was his... he finished 16th last season in the championship. That is kind of tempting, not gonna lie. Because he's not going to cost too much either. His contract's only 1.8 million. And we'll be able to sign him at the end of the season on this year's game. We'll keep going. Right, so Daniel Ricciardo's definitely somebody I'd be looking to try and get. I mean, he's 33, but 83 rated. You know, we got to look at him, haven't we? Let's how do we sort by overall rating? There we go. So Lando Norris there, Bottas. So yeah, Ricciardo is definitely the best sort of free agent, if you like. Giovinazzi's pretty good as well. Drugovic. Theo Porcher, 75 rated, only 19 years old as well. Definitely somebody to keep an eye on. Liam Lawson, of course, AlphaTauri's reserve driver. Jehan Daruvala looks good. Why can't this guy race in F1? Until they're over 18, but he is 18. Oh... and have competed in at least 2 seasons of F2 or F3. All right, interesting. Oliver Behrman. Yeah, lots of people cannot race in F1. Next, I guess this is this how they get round the whole Kimberly Lockett there? So we do have a fair few women there in the sport, which is quite nice. I'd quite like to get Sophia Flörsch in, at least for a reserve driver role next season. That would be quite nice. She's only 53 rated, but I think we can improve her. That would be a cool thing to have, I think, in the sport. But let's continue on. Oh, something's happening. Suspension low stock. I'm not. Why do we have this suspension? I have no idea. That's the latest design. Could maybe create one more. I don't want to create too many of them. That's all good. Right, continue. There we go. So the underfloor design has now been completed. And we might... Oh, no manufacturer slots available. Oh, dear. That's a bit of a problem, isn't it? Right, well, we have had a manufacturer come through as well, haven't we? Or was that for the... I have no idea. Is it the suspension? No? Side pods. I think it was the chassis, wasn't it? Okay, so we have one of the new chassis, so we'll put that onto his car. Okay. That's all good. Right, where's our car parts development manufacturer? Yeah, I suppose we'll just have to wait, won't we? Okay, so the side pods, one of them are... right, I get it now. Oh, sorry, I'm a bit slow. Right, let's move on. So another manufacturing has been completed. Was that for the side pods? So the new side pods can go on Alex's car as well. Yeah, that's all looking good. I would like to get that manufactured, but we cannot do that at the moment. What we can do, though, is get some more designs in there. I've got 2 design slots. So, let's go suspension. We have got some wind tunnel hours. Let's try and half these. That'll be good. Right. Move on. Move on. What do we want to do? Where are we weak? We're very weak in medium speed corners, so let's try and up the ante of that a little bit. That'd be nice. A little bit of high speed. Yeah, just trying to work out where's best to put these sliders. I think that looks good. Put 3 engineers on that. I'll do that on a normal. And we'll also design... should we... I think... Let's go for chassis number 3. It's obviously very difficult to work out exactly what you want to do. So we can do drag reduction, engine cooling, airflow, middle. Dirty air tolerance. Yeah, maybe a bit more drag reduction. That's all good. Happy. And pop 3 engineers on it and it'll be on a normal thing. There we go. Perfect. Right. Got 18 million left. I do want to start looking into some facilities, but I think we're just running a little low on cash at the moment. I'd like to get that above 30. So maybe look after the summer break to do that. Anyway, let's get into the Grand Prix. So we will promise to reach Q2. They are expecting us to finish 15th at the very least. They want us to get fastest lap again. We will say we'll finish in the top 15. And I'm actually going to put the qualifying streak in there now. We're going to say we're going to finish 15th at 5 races in a row. And that'll get us £1 million if we can manage that. All right, then. Let's get ourselves into this Australian Grand Prix. Hope you enjoy.
It's wonderful to be back down under for the Australian Grand Prix. There may be several street circuits on the F1 calendar, but this unique lakeside layout is like none other. High-speed sections snake through the heart of Albert Park, just a few hundred metres from St Kilda's beach. Albert Park is a deceptively easy track to learn, but it's just as easy to make a mistake around its walled sections and gravel traps. The street circuit is high downforce and just as heavy on brakes as it is on tyres. The previous Grand Prix saw Sergio Perez pass the checkered flag in first place. There's no doubt that the Mexican will be eyeing up his next podium finish. The weekend begins here.
Okay then, we are ready and raring to go for this Grand Prix. Looks like it's going to be rainy on Sunday, so our first experience of wet weather in F1 Manager 2023. Looking forward to that, but I'll go ahead, I'll do practice, and I'll see you guys ready for qualifying 1. Well, there we are then at the end of the 3 practice sessions. Obviously, Logan Sargent has that perfect idea of what the car feels like. Alex Albon with the upgrades did get 8th in one of the practice sessions, was happy with that. Decent setup satisfaction for both drivers. This guy's Logan Sargent is going to have a little bit better driver confidence as we go into the weekend. Let's have a little look at how that all works out. You can see he's dipped into the blue as Logan Sargent, which is awesome. And Alex Albon will hopefully increase his confidence as we go forward.
Hello and welcome to the much anticipated qualifying session.
These days, it's a much faster layout here at Albert Park, and teams need to focus on getting high and medium speed cornering right to set a good qualifying time.
Karun, how do you think Logan Sargent's going to be feeling at the moment?
You can tell that we've been watching a driver with real confidence here, and it makes a difference, I can tell you from my own experience.
Well, it's almost here. Qualifying coming up soon.
Very good. Excited for this. Let's see how the upgrades do. Let's get ourselves into qualifying 1 and see what Alex Albon can do here. Let's see what we can pull off. Should be able to get through qualifying 1 fairly comfortably, at least with Alex Albon, but we'll send out Logan Sargent first. So there he goes. The number 2. Heading out straight onto the circuit. He'll be pretty happy with that, I think. Get some good time out on track.
Yeah, radio check.
Copy, Logan, clear.
And first time we've had a session in the day,
Copy that.
which is nice. And I think shows off this game in an even better light than the night time. We're going to get Alex Albon out there as well. So let's zoom it forward until we see Logan Sargent. Whoops. Yeah, keep going. I really like how this track map looks. Well, here he goes then. Logan Sargent will ride with him, the American, who's in good confidence, good spirits for this Grand Prix. And let's see what he can pull off here. Hoping that this is going to be a good first sector. Breaks in a nice straight line. Whips it round to the right.
So it's all clear ahead. Go push.
Yeah, just having a look. I think Albon will be okay for traffic. And I think Sargent will be okay for traffic as well. He's purple in that first sector because he's the first guy through it. There's a car coming up on track. Let's see who that is. That's Pierre Gasly. And as long as we get through the chicane before meeting Gasly, we should be okay. And yeah, that's going to be absolutely perfect, actually. Gasly gets over to the right-hand side. Yep, that's okay. Gets out of the way well. And now here's Logan Sargent as Alex Albon puts in a better first sector. Can Alex Albon improve on Logan Sargent's Sector 2 time? And we'll find out in a minute. It looks like the Mercedes car is pretty quick as well, although Albon quicker than the Mercedes in Sector 1, green in Sector 2, and Logan Sargent puts in a good time, a 119.6. Right, here's
Go in, go in.
Alex Albon, and he manages to get past the traffic nicely there. Okay, it's not an ideal line into that corner. Hamilton puts in a 119.4, just a tenth quicker than Logan Sargent. I can only assume that Hamilton has come across traffic there. And here we come then with Alex Albon. He goes up to the line, and that's a 119.4. Slightly quicker than Lewis Hamilton, 2/10 quicker than his teammate Logan Sargent. Very, very nice indeed. And I think that will be a competitive time. Sonoda goes 4th. Gasly goes quickest for now. But Sargent, first man back to the garage. And we'll pop on a new set of soft tyres for him. And we'll do the same for Alexander Albon. And we will await the time to go out and do our second run. You can see that the grip on the track is pretty high. But at the moment, 5th and 7th. I think some people are struggling to get a clean lap in. Alonso pops up to P3. Russell P2 now. So that puts Hamilton's time into perspective a little bit. And Valtteri Bottas is possibly going round again here. 17th at the moment. And yep, he comes round but doesn't improve. So Bottas not in a good place. Perez starting his lap. Looks like Hamilton's putting in a better lap and he goes 3rd. So Albon 10th now. Sargent 11th. And Perez goes quickest. But at the moment, quicker than the AlphaTauris, quicker than both McLarens, both Alfa Romeos. It's looking good for Williams. Right. Now need to start thinking about when we go out. Just wait for a nice clear track. So I think let's get Sargent out now. Just behind Lance Stroll. And Albon just behind Bottas there. Okay, let's push that forward. And we'll join Alex Albon this time on his flying lap. Oh, this isn't good. You do not want to be right behind Valtteri Bottas, who's slowest of all drivers. Yeah.
Straight out, track is clear. Just go push.
Yeah, this could be a problem.
I have no grip.
And tires are a bit on the cool side, so just watch out.
So, Sargent, how's he doing? He's got a nice little gap, hasn't he? He's green in the first sector. There's more grip on the track here.
Okay, checker flag.
Yeah, I'm not sure Albon's going to improve at all here.
These tires.
Yeah, this isn't good. Meanwhile, Sargent, he's so 27.0, 26.8. So Sargent is going a lot quicker than Albon here. And look at this, Albon right in the midst of traffic. Yeah, I don't think there's any point now. Let's just call him in. Save those tyres, hopefully, for Q2 as Sargent comes up to the line. No improvement in the end, but 12th place. I think he's going to get through, you know. Yeah, he is. He is going to get through. Magnussen splits the two Williams cars there. Nick de Vries is also out there. He's on a slow lap, and well, Bottas was in front of Albon, but is he going to be able to improve his time? He goes over the line, and no improvement from him. So a horrible day for Alfa Romeo and McLaren as well. Both McLarens, both Alfa Romeos, and Nick de Vries out in qualifying 1. That's a real shocker. Although Nick de Vries is going to go and finish his time. Oh, and he does. He gets through. Wow, it looked like a slow lap, but he has knocked out Nico Hülkenberg. That's a big shock. De Vries is through, meaning both AlphaTauris are into qualifying 2. And, well, I have to say, standout performance there. Alex Albon, P11. Logan Sargent, though, well done, P13. That is absolutely awesome. And considering Sargent hasn't had any upgrades on his car, I think that's a real testament to how confident he is this weekend. Right, we're going to go scrub tyres for Alex Albon for his first run. Might do the same with Logan Sargent, actually, because we kind of want to save some tyres for the Grand Prix. Let's just have a little look. Can we have a gander at the expected strategies? Yeah, we want to be using softs, I think, so yeah, let's get ourselves into Q2. Scrub set of tyres for your first run, and then a brand new set right at the end. So Albon's going to go out there straight away. We'll send out Sargent as well. Oops. So we can have a look at their times. Hopefully no traffic, although De Vries is leaving the pit lane. Yeah, good place to come across De Vries there. Sargent not so much. They come across the line 19.3 for Albon. That's quicker than he managed in Q1, and it's a 19.5 for Sargent.
You're currently P2.
And I think that's pretty good, actually.
This lap was okay. Go in, go in.
So Verstappen and Russell have gone quicker. Magnussen's managed to go quicker. We are expecting quicker times in Q2. De Vries P8 at present. Let's get some new tyres on both cars. That's all good. So just need to pick the right time. We might even go out before the rabble, to be fair. Maybe after Sonoda's passed here, we're going to send out Sargent and Albon, and we're going to try and get our absolute ultimate time in while there's nobody on track. So Sargent, oh, he's unlucky. Well, we'll see what his first sector time is like. We might bring him in, fuel him up, and send him straight back out.
So I think we'll be clear. Here we go, push.
And I think Albon's going to be fine. Let's have a look at Sargent's first sector. It's yellow. And look at his lap times, lap history. What did he manage before? So 26.9 is what he managed. And what did he manage this time? 28.0, so he actually lost a lot of time there. So I'm going to call him in, because he's not going to improve. Albon, meanwhile, should get a decent time in there. So yeah, if we call Sargent in, send him straight back out on the other fresh set of boots, he should be able to pull it off. But he was just unlucky with where the Ferrari came out at the end of the day. I'm a bit nervous about Albon now. Hopefully the Ferraris are starting their flying lap. So here he comes then, Alex Albon, 2 greens. This could be him into the top 10 here if he can finish this off. Alex Albon flying around the final corner. What's he going to manage? It's going to be a great lap, this. It's a 19.2, which puts him into the top 10 for now.
P10.
That's fabulous. And here comes Logan Sargent. But Alex Albon, pity about his final sector there. Wasn't a green. Maybe could have got up into P9 and a little bit more secure. But hey, if there's a red flag, or if there's, you know, double waved yellows or anything like that, traffic for Pierre Gasly, I feel like Gasly's the only one that can actually beat him, other than his teammate, I suppose. But yeah, we'll watch Sargent in the second half of his lap. He can do better. He knows he can. Albon in the pits. So here we go then. Logan Sargent now is going to try and better all of this. It's not his best first sector. It's not his best middle sector. This will be a disappointment if he doesn't manage it. Let's see, as Logan Sargent heads up to the line. It's a 19.3, which is much better, but still only 13th. He was 2/10 quicker in that final sector than he had been on the previous lap. But it's not quite enough. But Gasly's not done enough either. So Alex Albon is going to be into Q3 for the first time this season. That is absolutely awesome. And hopefully a sign of things to come. Very, very strong from him. De Vries and Tsunoda over the line. They can't improve. But Logan Sargent, P13. What a start to this Australian Grand Prix for both of us. To get both cars into Q2 and Alex Albon's upgraded Williams into Q3. That is fabulous. Right. We should have an extra set of soft tyres for this session. I'm just having a little look. Do we want... I think we want to maybe do a scrub tyre run right at the start and keep one set of new soft tyres for the race tomorrow. Yeah, let's do that. We'll get him straight out there and then we'll watch his pole position run in a second. It's much easier when you're just focusing on one driver. Yeah, we'll zoom it forward. We'll see what he can do. Ocon's kind of in the way there. That's a shame. Hamilton should stay very wide, but it's not ideal. But 2 green sectors. I think it was a 19.1 he put in before to 20.0, so there you go.
Negative where you can. Okay, so go in lap, go switch in lap.
Yes.
Yeah, not the best for Alex Albon. I think it definitely worked going out middle of the session. So I'm going to send him out there and put in his best lap, although Max Verstappen is just coming out of the pit lane.
Plenty of space ahead.
Hopefully Max will get out of the way. So here we go then. We have, of course, got time if we need it to call him in if the traffic is too bad, for instance. Well, this looks pretty good. He almost went into the wall there. Coming around this first sector. I want to see a green first sector here. He's a long way off the pace. I mean, he's not going to get into the 18s realistically, so I think it is just going to be P10, but we'll see. We'll see what he can do. Everything's at the best it has been. It's a yellow first sector. That's disappointing. I think maybe middle sector he could make a bit of time up here. He's going to come onto Verstappen right at the chicane, isn't it? It's a green middle sector. Come on, Max. Oh, he's had to back out. Yeah, tempted to call him in here. Because I think he can do better. Because he had to back off for Max Verstappen. So, it's really annoying, traffic in this game, but it works in real life as well. Same way. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, I think he's probably out of time here. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get him out, are we? I don't think so. He's going to be too slow on the outlap. Yeah. Wow, what a shame. What a shame.
The flag.
The Ferrari didn't make it either. So there you have it then. Not an ideal run in Q3, but we qualified 10th anyway. We can blame Max Verstappen. We might have been able to get close to Hamilton, but I don't think we'd have been able to do it anyway. And especially now Hamilton's gone P7 in any case. Ocon an 18.8. I just don't think we've got that sort of time in us. But 10th place for Alex Albon for the race tomorrow. Very, very impressive from him, particularly in Q2. And nice to see that Logan Sargent was 13th as well. And fingers crossed we can get some points tomorrow in the race. Here we go.
It's race day, and final preparations are underway.
Albert Park often seems to set teammate against teammate. From Hill and Villeneuve dueling for the 1996 win, to Bottas beating fellow Mercedes driver and pole sitter Hamilton to the win in 2019.
Karun, what do you think of Logan Sargent's chances as we head into this race?
They've been performing well and doing exactly what the team is asking of them. They've just got to keep doing what they're doing.
In any case, Melbourne is ready, and so are we. So strap yourselves in for the Australian Grand Prix.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I forgot about the rain. This could be interesting, couldn't it? This could be very interesting. Right, let's have a little look then. So we're expecting the rain much later on. So let's have a little look at strategy 1. Yeah, I think start on the medium tyres because we want to take it into the rainy period, don't we? Essentially. And then maybe go even intermediate at that point. That'll take us to the end of the race. Okay, let's go for that. For Alex Albon. For Logan Sargent, we will do exactly the same thing. And hopefully they'll be far enough apart on track that it won't make a difference. But yeah, looking forward to this. This should be an absolute cracker of a Grand Prix if there's rain to be had. Going to be aggressive from the start. We'll deploy energy as well, and that's certainly seemed to work well in the previous Grand Prix in Jeddah. So, do we put an extra lap of fuel in just so they can push as hard as they want for a couple of laps? Let's do it. Here we go. Let's get into the Australian Grand Prix and see if we can get some points.
Fans here in Melbourne are all set, as are the drivers, heading into 58 laps around Albert Park. Here's a determined Sainz lining up on the grid.
They're bound to be a little frustrated down in P8, but hopefully they can channel their determination.
So let's see what today has in store, shall we?
I like how he talks about different drivers now.
For the Australian Australian
But here we go then, ready for the 5 red lights. 2 Red Bulls on pole position, and it's lights out, away we go. Here in Australia, Max Verstappen off the grid well. And can he lead into turn 1 ahead of his teammate? Yes, he can. Very good start for him, and Sargent has actually made a manoeuvre on Alex Albon early on here, so not the best start for our Williams boys, as Logan Sargent perhaps having a look around the outside of the Haas car here. And what's happened there? Safety car deployed. There is a big crash, and I think it was Lando Norris has crashed into, is that Nick De Vries there, coming around the outside? Yeah. Oh yeah, and that's caused a big collision. So Zhou Guanyu is, oh, it's a red flag. It's a red flag. Okay.
Red flag.
Interesting.
Now here we are tackling turn 3. Barely any room to manoeuvre. Oh,
yeah,
that's
Zhou
quite a
Guanyu
mismatch
actually
between them.
had a even bigger incident. Okay, I don't think there's any point in changing what's going on. I think just stick on the medium tyres. Let's stick with what we'd said. No changes for both drivers. And let's try it all again, I suppose. This time, slightly lower grid positions.
As we get back underway.
And it's lights out again here in Australia. Max Verstappen off the grid well. Sergio Perez off to a better start this time, but can't make it through into turn 1. And, well, Albon is losing more places now, interestingly enough. And he'll be pretty disappointed with that. He's trying to go around the outside of Yuki Tsunoda here. And that's alright, this looks pretty good. As Sargent was also looking to make inroads on the Haas car. He's down the inside there. And I think it's because most people are on the soft tyres and we're on the mediums, so that's why we're having a bit of a rougher start than others out there. Yuki Tsunoda now having a little look at Logan Sargent. Can Alex Albon go down the inside here into the chicane? Yes, he can. It looks like he can anyway, although Tsunoda's going to come back straight at him here. But they are side by side and looking feisty at the start of this race. But yeah, Tsunoda's managed to get through. So a shame for Alex Albon. Started P10 and has lost 4 positions. Although throws it down the inside there. And is he now through on Tsunoda? Doesn't look like it. I'm going to have to put battle assist on, I think, for both drivers.
Overtake available.
No point even trying to defend these positions.
Anything can happen.
I'm trying.
Just keep pushing.
Use overtake if that helps.
Yep, copy.
Okay. So Sargent seems to have built into his rhythm a little bit here, which is good. But yeah, again, you know, start of the race, I mean, maybe our tyre warm-up is something that we need to look at. Maybe that's causing us issues. Yeah, taking that extra lap of fuel might also be an issue. Anyway, let's pop them back into neutral. And let's zoom it through a little bit here. So Sargent P12 at the moment. Doing a good job, actually. 1.5 seconds behind. But we know that the race is going to be won and lost in the wet parts of this race.
Further rain expected.
And because of the red flag, of course, that's going to be coming a lot sooner than we maybe anticipated. So I think, actually, we probably want to attack on these tyres. because strategy-wise,
Close the gap.
we're going to want to be coming in a lot earlier. So maybe we should have went to the soft tyres. Yeah, I didn't really think about the lost time. That's okay. Doesn't matter. So now, hopefully, being able to attack, they'll use these tyres a little bit more efficiently. Be able to catch up to the guys ahead. I think eventually they'll...
So it's
Oh, it
raining
has
as
started
well.
raining.
Copy.
Looks like it takes a little bit longer for the track to get wet. Sergeant actually starting to pull away from Yuki.
The window is open.
Okay, copy.
The track's certainly not getting wet very quick here. Sergeant able to pull away from Sonoda. And Albon's past Sonoda as well. We'll get to have a look at that, although Sonoda's got straight back past
This one is
him.
involving Yuki Tsunoda.
You can see the rain. It is coming down, but not heavy enough at the moment to change anything about this race. I think it's going to be Logan Sargent that gets first dibs of pit stops at this rate. Lots of the leaders on their soft tyres, they're going to struggle, I think. You need to really wait until is it? We look at the intermediate tyres. Does it actually tell us the window anymore? I don't think so. I don't think so. So yeah. But Sargent doing well. Albon is closing in on Sargent actually at a rate of knots. Sonoda very, very slow. Maybe we'll say to Logan, look, let Alex through.
It always pays to do tactics with the drivers. You can instruct them to respond to a number of different situations that might occur on the track. For example, when trying to overtake. This gives you more control over driver behaviour, while allowing you to manage the level of risk they will take.
Wow, I didn't know this.
There are several other unique situational tactics that drivers can also use, from avoiding dirty air to not battling with a teammate. Yeah, that's annoying. I didn't expect Sargent to be that slow. We should be able to pull away from Tsunoda. Hulkenberg, he's done it once. And the reason why is Albon's starting to catch up to Magnussen. That's the main reason why we've done it, and we might well sacrifice
Sergeant, but I think it was important. I'm impressed at how much this rain is not affecting the Grand Prix. Very different to last year. Some people starting to come in and they're going on to intermediate tyres. I don't think they'll be immediately quicker, although it looks like this could be the lap. I think this could be the lap, folks. I think the rain's just got slightly heavier here. Right, we're going to be coming in intermediate tyres for both of our boys this lap. Okay. Might have missed the boat there. But hopefully it won't be too busy. Yeah, it's starting to get a lot wetter, a lot quicker. The AI spotted that and came in straight away. So we could lose out a little bit here. So in we come. There's Albon. Sergeant not far behind. Yeah, we're well outside of the points now. That's very annoying. 13th and 14th behind Hulkenberg, behind Magnussen. Yeah, we could have done better there. And that could be the final pit stop of this Grand Prix, realistically. Whoops. But just going to have to be aggressive. And hopefully we can start catching up. So let's have a look at the interval. Yeah, Albon 3 seconds behind Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg losing time to Hamilton ahead. But it's not fully over yet, you know, there could be another incident or two, especially in these conditions, so we can't be too doom and gloom. But that's a real body blow. Well, we know that wet tyres may well be required at some point. You can see the water levels getting worse. If it gets above 4, then we could be looking at wet weather tyres, but I don't think we want to come in for that because it's going to ease off. Anyway, now Albon 2.3 behind Nico Hulkenberg. So has been closing in the last few laps. Doing a good job. And we might get to see a pretty decent battle here because there's no DRS. So let's have a little look at tactics. Let's go high aggression on the overtake and high aggression on the defense with Albon. Just giving it a go. Let's see if it'll make any difference. Yeah, I thought we were going to close in a bit more, but evidently not. Do we go even more aggressive? See if he can close in. Yeah, Sargent looks pretty lonely in 14th, doesn't he? I don't think he'll be involved in any more battles today, particularly. It's a shame because he had the better start, of course, and then when we let him past, Hulkenberg managed to get past as well, and I think his race just imploded a bit from there, but Alex Albon doing a good job here. Let's just check. Yeah, his tyres are going to be fine. So, we're going to head to the off-board shot soon as it's less than a second, because this could be an overtake that's about to happen here. Let's have a look at tyres. Yep, they are worse than Hulkenberg's and probably will remain worse for a little while. So 1.5 seconds is now the gap. And what's good about Sargent, he's actually increasing the gap to De Vries behind. Although he's losing time to Albon, he's still quicker than the cars behind. So I think we've absolutely took a step forward at this Grand Prix. It's a very different layout at Albert Park to the first two races. Yeah, do we need to... Do we need to get ourselves within a second using a bit of deployment?
Use the overtake.
Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see what we can do here. So 1.3, 1.2. And 1.1. And he's closing up, but I think the dirty air is harming him here. Yeah, it's going to be less than a second very, very shortly, I think. There we go. Less than a second now. So let's reduce the speed and let's watch this battle. This could be an exciting one between Nico Hulkenberg and Alex Albon. You can see he's closing in a little bit. Let's have a look at visor cam in the rain. That looks cool. But it is getting drier out there, and that's something we may have to think about in a couple of laps or so. But I've told him to be aggressive. So let's see if he listens to us. He's been driving well. And this could be the moment. He's going to be right in the slipstream of Nico Hulkenberg. This would be a very aggressive overtake if he was to take it on. Let's head on board with Alex Albon here. Not quite yet. He's having a look round the outside. Turns into the inside line. Again, not quite. Let's reduce the aggression of the tyres.
You can afford to drop back.
Yeah.
So you should be able to stay with him. So turn one is also going to be a place he could potentially overtake Nico here. Yeah, not quite. And it's one of those where you don't know quite what's going to happen. Or when it's going to happen. They are within a second of each other. That's one of the closest battles on track. We got Hamilton and Gasly as well. Certainly one. Now, is it? Whoops! Is it worth doing an ERS top up, building it up, and then just deploying it all?
Yes.
I think that could be worth it. It'll take us 3 or 4 laps to get into a place where the battery tank is full enough. Yeah, the rain's starting to come down again now. Logan Sargent's now got 12 seconds on Nick De Vries behind her. If he can pull out a pit stop, I think it'll definitely be worth bringing him in for a new set of intermediate tyres later on in this Grand Prix. So he will be so much quicker. Yeah, this is the problem with going for a top-up. We have topped it up a little bit. We'll turn off the battle assist. Hopefully close in again. And then I think we're going to just deploy it. We'll get close on a lap and then we'll deploy it. So it's starting to close in. Yeah, maybe one more lap. We need him back within 0.4 of a second, really. So we might be aggressive here with the tyres. Get him nice and close. And then next lap, deploy. That's the plan anyway. Let's see if it comes to fruition. Right, here we go. No, he's lost a bit of time, you see. Yeah, I'll have to zoom it forward just a little bit. Right, here we go. This is more like it. Right, if he can stay within this sort of range. And he can absolutely go for it. And you can have the battle assist as well. So here we go then. Let's see if Alex Albon can put this all to good use and can get past Nico Hülkenberg. It's close, but no cigar at the moment. It is slippy out there, and that's kind of the problem. Looking at the tyres, yeah, his tyres are a lot worse. Everybody else seems to be looking after their tyres. Not Alex. He's attacking. Oh, something's happened.
Yellow ahead, yellow ahead.
Okay. And it was Charles Leclerc. He's locked up.
Here we are then looking at
what's
turn
happened
12.
here? It's turn 12.
And the car just locks. What
Yeah,
caused that?
straight off, but he's okay. I don't think this is going to happen. No. Okay. Right, let's
Okay, back off.
Yes,
back him off a little bit and look after the tyres. So Sargent, meanwhile, he is at 10 seconds behind. Let's just have a little look at how we're expecting the track to go. I think it's worth risking a tyre switch for Sargent at some point. He's 16 seconds ahead of Nick de Vries. So I'm going to attack Sargent now. And we're going to go to strategy view. And we're going to give him a new set of intermediate tyres. Whoops. You know what? I think soon, to be fair. Let's get him on that. It's not going to be far off a pit stop away by the time he's taking the juice out of these tyres a little bit more. I'm excited for this. This is going to be an interesting one of how much extra time is he going to have on those brand new intermediate tyres. Yep, I think next lap is going to be the time. So I'm going to bring him in. I'm going to pop him onto some brand new intermediate tyres. That all looks good. So absolutely pedal to the metal for Albon. Turn off battle assist for him. And yeah, 23 seconds now is the gap for Logan Sargent on those guys behind, so he will be able to come into the pits and fit on a new set of intermediate tyres, and he should be able to absolutely push on now with that new set. And well, he's right with Max Verstappen, who should pass him, but I don't think, looks like he will pass him. I think he's possibly even going a little bit quicker than Max, but there you go, blue flags. He shouldn't get lapped by anybody else, so he'll be able to follow Max through now. As I say, brand new tyres, brand new intermediates, so they're surely going to be quicker. Let's have a look at last lap. So he's coming around now. That's a 127.6. And that was with letting Max through. So this will be a real reflection of what he can pull off. Looking at the track details, yeah, it is going to dry off towards the end, but not enough to bring about any dry tyres, I don't think. So Sargent 25.9, that is very quick. That's as quick as Charles Leclerc and so much faster than other people out there. 26.1, yep, so he's 20 seconds behind Albon. The big gap, I suppose, you need to look at is the gap to Hamilton. So let's go on to leader. He's obviously a lap behind. That's difficult to tell, but Albon's 14 seconds behind. Oh, 10 laps to go. I seen the red and I thought red flag. That would have been interesting. So yeah, he's 32 seconds behind Hamilton, and on the last lap he was 2 seconds quicker. So I don't think he's quite going to reach Hamilton, but he might reach his teammate Albon by the end of the Grand Prix. Albon, yeah, his battle with Hülkenberg very much over. He had a go, but it's very difficult in wet conditions to pass, and I think we've seen that today. Now the track is going to get ever so slightly drier. Is it going to be dry enough for soft tyres? Because that could be Albon's little gateway. As soon as that drops below 1 millimetre, I think it might be worth heading on to soft tyres. Alonso's locked up. So Alonso currently third. Verstappen leading the race, but yeah, the rain on the track is just the same now. It's just not going to come in time, I don't think, and that's a shame. That is a shame. Sargent really starting to close in on Albon now. I think Sargent might well finish ahead of Albon, which I guess shows. Oh, we got VSC.
VSC. Stay close to the dodge as you can.
This looks very dry, doesn't it?
Crashed tire wall.
Somebody's crashed.
Just remember in the main straight.
It's Nick de Vries. Don't know what he was trying to do here. It looks dry. It looks dry out there. Now, who's come into the pits? Yeah, Hulkenberg's gone on dries. Right, Albon. Get yourself onto some soft tyres, son. Let's see what you can do. It looks like everybody's coming in.
I'm happy too.
Yeah, wow. The two Red Bulls have come in and changed. Alonso's stayed out.
So it's not raining in the pit lane.
Copy.
Rain has stopped. Okay. Well, if everybody's doing it,
Box.
I suppose we better as well.
Copy, box.
There you go. And I did say it, didn't I? I said as soon as it drops below 1, we're going to get Albon in there, but it's just not quite worked out the timings, has it, for us today? Albon had a pit stop issue there. Well, what we've learned is don't put extra fuel in the car.
DRC ending.
So, Albon.
Okay, copy.
Yeah, I think Albon's going to get lapped pretty quickly here. And that's going to essentially ruin anything he could do, but he's 10 seconds behind Hulkenberg anyway. He's not making that time up because everybody's on the soft tyres now, so it's a shame. It's going to be 13th and 14th today. And there goes Max Verstappen. He's going to make it past. Blue flags. And, well, it did look completely dry, didn't it? And it'll be interesting to see what sort of times we're able to put in and who gets fastest lap.
How many laps are left?
It's 3 more lap.
So it's 3 more laps for Alex,
What do you
but
think about
he has been lapped. So let's keep going and we'll watch the final lap of the race. Fastest lap of the race goes to George Russell. I'm assuming Max Verstappen will soon put an end to that rain.
Full deploy.
Copy.
So here we go then, let's watch Alex Albon. It's not been the most eventful race. I think we've been unlucky with the timings, that sort of thing. But it is
Starting the final lap.
the way it is. Wasn't able to put him on full aggressive, which is annoying.
Yeah, copy.
It wouldn't have made a difference anyway, I think. Hulkenberg's going to be way too far ahead, but we'll see what they can pull off in this final lap. As suspected, Max Verstappen went quickest there, 1:19.9. I mean, that's just so much quicker than anybody else. Fernando Alonso is the man trying to hang on to third place on those intermediate tyres. He is struggling out there now, and I think that interval is going to come right down with Charles Leclerc. He is closing in. We might swap to the battle. Let's go and check on board with Fernando Alonso. He's coming through the middle sector now. 2 seconds behind is Charles Leclerc. This is going to be an exciting end to the race. Can Fernando Alonso hold on? I don't think he can, because there comes Charles Leclerc very, very quickly coming up on Fernando, and Fernando just gets out of the way. Fernando's going to finish 4th. Or is he going to finish 4th? Or is his teammate going to catch him up? His teammate is close. His teammates close. 13th for Alex Albon, 14th for Logan Sargent, and it's Max Verstappen that wins this Grand Prix. Fernando Alonso, is he going to make it to the line? Here comes Stroll. It's not going to be quite enough. Fernando Alonso makes it to the line. He finishes 4th. Stroll finishes 5th. Sainz is battling with George Russell. Will George Russell manage to pass him here? DRS enabled. Is he going to be able to pass him up to the line? It's going to be close, but it's going to be Carlos Sainz that finishes... sorry, it's George Russell. So yeah, Sainz finishes 6th. Russell 7th with fastest lap as well. Ocon is going to be coming round in P8. He'll be happy with that for Alpine. Hamilton is coming round in 9th, and Pierre Gasly is going to finish 10th. The two Haas cars, very good in the race today. They're going to finish 11th and 12th. And as we said before, Albon and Logan Sargent finished 13th and 14th. We'll take that. You know, I think our time will come. Just a little bit slow with the strategy today, which is a shame. We're usually very, very good with that, but the AI were able to anticipate it, and it shows we're going to have to react much quicker to the changes in weather as we go on. Somebody had stopped there. Was that... Had we run out of fuel there?
That was an excellent performance. They set out with a great strategy, and it paid off with an impressive podium finish.
A great display of team spirit there, as everyone finally gets the chance to share this moment. And no doubt, Verstappen fans will be celebrating the Dutchman's achievement.
Their first win of the season, and the team looking on will be very proud, I'm sure.
Well, it wasn't exactly a walk in the park, but it was a thrilling weekend here for us all at the Australian Grand Prix.
Oh, very good. And Max Verstappen returns to the top step, but Sergio Perez still up there in second.
There'll be a lot for the teams to process after that race. But how do you think the Williams team are feeling?
They didn't do too badly today. A pretty respectable outcome as far as they'll be concerned. But they need to keep pushing. They can't afford to sit back.
Well, Albon's pretty happy.
And that's about that for this weekend here in Melbourne.
Next time, the teams will be racing through the streets of another city. Join us in Baku on the shores of the Caspian Sea for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Well, that's going to be exciting next time out, because that's a sprint race as well. So we'll have our first experience of a sprint in F1 Manager 2023. Perez still leads the championship then by 21 points over Charles Leclerc. Max Verstappen in 3rd, Alonso 4th, and Sainz in 5th. Ocon and Gasly 9th and 10th. Into the constructors, Red Bull still leading the way over Ferrari. Aston Martin a 3rd, ahead of Mercedes in 4th. Alpine currently in 5th, and Haas 2 points for them in 6th. We are still in 7th place at the moment. Okay, continuing on. Fastest pit stop of the day goes to Red Bull, 2.39 seconds. We are quite a way off with our pit stops. I think we need to definitely get things going with them. Red Bull moved to the top of the pit stop standings, and, well, Albon did have a little issue there, 3.6 second pit stop. Sargent, 3 trips through the pit lane for him today, and he had 2.6s all round. Okay, so practice 8th, qualifying 10th, race 13th. For Logan Sargent, 13th, 13th, 14th, so he was very consistent over the weekend. Got to be happy with that. Okay. Right, reserve driver didn't do any work this weekend, but we do get 3 million into the bank of Williams, which is awesome, and that'll help us out. Manufacture is complete of the suspension, so we should be able to have 2 of those onto the car for next time out. So that is where we're going to leave it for today. I really enjoyed that race around Australia. Definitely a different type of circuit, and we seem to have a little bit more success, particularly in qualifying. And let's keep pushing into the Baku Azerbaijan Grand Prix next time out. So if you have enjoyed that, give it a big thumbs up down below, subscribe for plenty more F1 Manager videos. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.